little girl was traveling all by herself in the plane, and the plane hit turbulence. Now, in that turbulence, it was so heavy that even the grown-ups were panicking. Next to the girl was a business tycoon. He was also nervous. And he looked at the equipoise of the little girl and said, "Beti, are you not fearful in all this shaking? If you did not have the bank balance of sadhana in past lives, then what to do? Then in this life you will have to earn. You will have to put in the effort. And for that effort that you put in, he is giving these 5 things. He's saying, Shraddha. You will have to strive with faith. Faith is such a big thing. Faith is foundational to the bhakti process, to the spiritual journey. We people are willing to have faith in anything and everything. When it comes to God, we say, what is the proof? Well, the fact is, if you can have faith, he will give you proofs. One little child used to insisting to her mother, "Mummy, I want a kitten at home." Now, mummy knew these children in America, they force you to get a pet, and after 1 month they have lost interest and mummy and papa have to take care of the pet. Mummy would refuse, but the child would not agree for a no. Finally, mummy, as a way of avoiding, said, if God gives the kitten, then he will keep it. So the child said, how will God give a kitten? So pray to God. The child walked out of the house into the lawn behind, sat down there and said, God, you know the desire of my heart. You are all powerful. You are situated in all the kittens of the world. And they are also all your children. I heard from Bal Mukund that you are the father of all. And please, you are all powerful. Give me a kitten in 1 minute. All of a sudden, out of thin air, a kitten came and dropped and fell on the ground in front of that little girl. The girl said, Mummy, the kitten has come. Mummy was astounded. Where did the kitten come from? But nevertheless, she had given her word. So she said, okay, Beti, come now. We have to take the kitten in. And they had the kitten at home. But the mystery was still not resolved. She prayed and God sent a kitten in 1 minute. Later on, 2 months later, they were speaking to their neighbor in the block, 2 houses down. And it seems that one kitten had climbed up the tree and was on a branch. And they were trying to get it down but were being unable to. So ultimately, they had tied the branch with the rope and they had tied the rope to the car and they had started driving the car ahead so that the branch would be pulled down and they would pluck the kitten off. But unfortunately, in all that pulling, the rope had snapped and the branch had gone back like a catapult and had catapulted the kitten right in front of that little girl. So God can do anything. The point is, do you have faith? Another little girl was traveling all by herself in the plane, and the plane hit turbulence. Now in that turbulence, it was so heavy that even the grown-ups were panicking. Next to the girl was a business tycoon. He was also nervous. And he looked at the equipoise of the little girl and said, Beti, are you not fearful in all this shaking? She said, "Uncle, the pilot is my father. He's taking me home. I know he'll get me there." So when she knows the pilot is my father, how much of faith it gives. Can we all not have that faith in our eternal pilot? So he is saying one ingredient of this journey will be faith, and the second ingredient will be Virya. Virya means effort. You will have to put in effort. Controlling the mind will not be an easy job. There'll have to be an internal Mahabharat. Ram Krishna Paramahans, in his days there were no tractors. So he gave the example that farmers used to sell bulls in the cow mela that would happen every week. And other farmers would come as customers to purchase the bulls. Now there would be so many bulls lying there. And how does the farmer who's interested in purchase decide which bull will do industrious work? So the customer would come and kick a bull from the backside. If the bull just kept sitting, the farmer would say, "This bull is good for nothing. Can't expect anything out of it." And if the bull stood up, the farmer would say, "This bull is going to do something." So likewise, to achieve the goal, Maharshi Patanjali says, you will need effort, Virya. And Smriti is memory. All the learning requires memory. Memory will remind you, what were my mistakes? Memory will remind you, what are my strengths? How did I do things right? And through the utilization of memory, you will keep on learning and learning. Nowadays, people, they take advantage of journals. So many apps are also there, habit-forming apps, that will help you. Ultimately, if you say my memory is not good, so you've got some technical aids, but the idea is to keep learning and to keep growing. And then he says the next point is Samadhi. So the Samadhi here, he is talking about the resolved intellect. Sam and Dhi. The Dhi is the intellect, and Sam is a controlled intellect. Because if you don't have that resolved intellect, you'll go a little here, then you'll go a little there, then you'll go a little there. The work will not be done. To achieve success, you need to be firmly resolved. Take inspiration from this 12-year-old girl. She was taking a walk by the garden. She reached the forest. On the edge of the forest, she saw a golden frog. That got her curiosity. So she went to take a look, and the frog started speaking. The frog said, "Tickle me under my neck and see what I'll do for you." The girl plucked the frog and put the frog in her purse and started walking. The frog was disturbed. So it started croaking, "Listen to me. I was a prince in my last life, and I have become a frog. You just tickle me and I'll become a prince again." She was not willing to listen. So he came out of the purse now onto her hand and said, "What loss are you going to have? Just try it out." The girl said, "I am a student. I am focused on my studies. I don't have time for cursed frogs with their promises of charming princes. Nevertheless, a golden frog is quite a novelty. That is why I kept you." Her Samadhi, her resolved intellect, prevented her from getting distracted.